Hello and welcome back to The Mormon and the Jew. I'm the Jew,
And I'm the Mormon.
and I got not much. I mean, a lot of stuff's going on.
Yeah.
Got our little coffee cup. Seth doesn't drink coffee.
I do not. How do you take your coffee?
I like my coffee like I like my women. Way too hot for me, and definitely gonna hurt me.
Perfect.
I also like heavy cream because I like them rich.
Yeah, you do.
But this one's black and not too hot. Because the truth is, I like my coffee actually the exact opposite of how I described. But for the joke, I'll start drinking it that way to make the joke authentic.
There you go. And you'll hate every moment of it. Too
exactly,
hot?
Exactly like the woman in my life.
Too hot. Too hot for you.
Too hot. Too hot, baby.
How did you end up with that cup of coffee?
Oh man, how we doing, Seth?
Good.
What's going on? What's
I
going on?
mean,
What's going on in your life?
We're getting ready for Thanksgiving.
You know, I when I'm watching back the episodes sometimes, and I'm doing the editing.
Yeah.
I say to myself, man, I'm really not paying attention to Seth.
Which is honestly the reason we do a podcast together.
I'm like, I realize, you're
Yes.
my ideal podcast host.
I am.
Because you let me get away
With everything.
brushing off everything you say.
Yeah, it does not matter to
like
me.
you're talking, I'm looking at my face, and I'm like, Jesus, Josh, you didn't even hear him say that. And you're looking at him.
It's the best.
But your brain is somewhere else entirely. There was a great moment right there where I could have explored more of what Seth was talking about. And instead, I just went right to the
It's
thing I
great.
was preparing in my head.
I like making some comments that you don't notice in the moment, and then you come back to me later and are like, that was pretty funny, what you said.
I mean, to go back 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
how was Australia? I was
It was great.
I was watching one of the episodes where he came back from Australia, and you're
Yeah.
and I'm like, I never even bothered. I was
No,
like,
and
I
it
was
was-
like, I was like, Seth was in Australia.
Who cares? Big whoop, dude.
How was Australia?
It was very fun.
Yeah?
We loved it.
What'd
we
you
absolutely
do?
loved it.
What
we were
made you
in,
go?
We were in Melbourne,
Okay.
and the reason we went is my wife was invited to a conference there to present.
Is that why you go everywhere you go for the most part?
You know, when we can pair it with a tax write-off for her and where it's half reimbursed for her, it is beautiful.
I think you just write it all.
Write off the whole thing?
Anywhere I go, I just try to find an open mic. And I
See-
was like, business trip. I had to do a business
I know. And if I were more forward thinking,
networking trip. I had to go meet
Exactly.
some of the unemployed comedians of this city I was in.
yeah.
And,
If I were more forward thinking, I would have gone.
Show them what's what.
I should have contacted Sarah Lawrence much further in advance and tried to get some sort of inner workings of how
I
the
feel
Australian
like Sarah
comedy scene is.
could do nothing for
Maybe.
anyone.
She at least was like, go to this club, and I still didn't even do that. So we almost did. We almost got tickets to go watch the show, but they did like 2.5-2 hour shows out
now
there.
when you're traveling, are you ever like looking around like, who can I convert here? Whose soul can I save?
I mean, I think about that every day.
You think about that every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
But I did not, Australia's full of criminals.
When's the last time you like openly were like, hey, you need your soul saved?
I mean, so on my mission in Quebec, Canada, that I was much more proactive because that's why you're
That's
there.
what you're there for.
Absolutely. So I was
To
knocking
annoy
doors.
the shit out of people.
Yes, make everybody so uncomfortable. I mean, wild. But that was probably the last time I was really proactive about it.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know what you know about Canadian people. No, it was the Quebecois. So they were in French, and they're sort of like.
Did you make any conversions?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There were some people that I taught that got baptized.
How many?
Yeah.
How many people?
There were 3 people.
3 people.
3 people out of 2 years, and 2 of them ended up leaving because the husband used to be a Bible salesman, so he believed very strongly in the Bible. And for whatever reason, one day at church, another congregant basically was like, the Bible is awful. You need the Book of Mormon. And this guy that we had just converted was like, oh, the Bible is amazing. And our church is like, yeah, the Bible's fine, but you do need the Book of Mormon. So he was being like,
very
kind
important
of
addendum.
the good member of being like, no, the Book of Mormon is more important, and that offended this guy. So he and his wife left.
Oh, interesting.
Their son stayed.
Their son
They have an adult son.
Usually the son's the one that leaves.
I know, but he was
religion.
long past his rebellious
Now,
phase.
can we further addendum the book?
So, I mean, it has been.
It has been further.
Yeah, so there was the Book of Mormon that Joseph Smith translated, and then while he was translating that and starting, reforming the church in the 1830s, he was writing down revelations that he received that were pertinent to the reorganization of the church. That became the Doctrine and Covenants.
Now, have you ever thought of becoming the next prophet?
No.
And what I would like to say,
Yeah.
have you thought about profiteering off of
Off of becoming the next
off
prophet?
of this religion?
I mean, look, we all need an audience, and we all need a shtick, So
Comedian, like, if you were to, comedian is the thing these days.
yeah,
We are the new
prophets. I know Dave
Well,
Chappelle's
not-
been called
not
a
for-
prophet.
Not for better.
No.
Not for better. Let's
Oh,
be clear.
It's definitely a sign of the times of them going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as the show becomes popular,
We know.
as soon as we start getting any views,
Any at all.
yeah,
Get ready for the rapture.
Oh, well, I'm a monster at that point. Like me with power is a monster.
Yes, absolutely.
We must keep power out of my hands.
Yeah. I think most.
And I know this so deeply now, but the moment I get power, I'll be like, that fucking guy.
I'll be fine. It's good I have this.
Let me tell you how it is. Let me tell you what's what.
Let me tell you, I like my coffee.
Have you been doing a lot of stand-up lately?
Some, but I don't know. Stand-up sort of slows down over the holidays. At least it does for me. I generally have to travel with family, and so that kind of puts a damper.
Are you going to SLC for?
So we
Do I
are
need to
for
break
Christmas.
back out sore Seth for a couple episodes.
I know. We're gonna be in Utah over between Christmas and New Year, and then Thanksgiving week we're going up north outside of Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
So we're staying in California for Thanksgiving.
Christmas came early this year because we're getting full drop of the Epstein list.
Oh boy!
Are you excited?
I can't wait.
Do you
I'm
think,
so excited.
I mean,
I think it's gonna make zero difference.
Well, yeah, but also we're not gonna get it's gonna be redacted.
It's not going to be
as well.
No, they're going to take out all the victims' names, which is all I cared about anyway. And they're going to take out because they're the people who need God the most.
Yeah, and we're gonna take out all of Trump's
and we're going to take out every time Trump's in there, he's going to be out, and all of the Democrats that are implicated, other than Larry Summers, are going to be out.
You think so?
I mean, I think they're going to redact pretty heavily.
Just
Also,
any name, and then blank raped this person and this person.
I mean, I think also there's this strategy of I'm going to over inundate the public with we're just going to drop everything and no one's going to go through it.
That's not. I mean, the news will go through it, and
If
they'll
they-
find the juice.
Hopefully.
They
Hopefully
will.
so.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
But I did think this.
Yeah.
If somebody put me in a room
Yeah.
with all the Epstein files and went, have at
Yeah,
it
you'd
as
be like,
much time as you want, I'd look at it
I'm
and go,
done.
I don't need to know.
Yeah, it
I don't
doesn't
need
matter.
to know.
Yeah, I want it to be done the way they did Charles Dickens back in the day.
If there's one thing I hate more than rampant pedophilia at the highest level,
it's reading.
it's reading. It's any amount of. Can I get these? Can I get the audio
Yeah.
Epstein files?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
get the
yeah.
Audible?
Is there an audiobook
The
on
Audible
this?
Epstein files.
yeah, written or read by the author, preferably. Jeffrey and I want it released in little cliffhanger chunks.
What if it was Schwarzenegger?
That's what I want.
And then he came into the room with the 13-year-old girl.
She spends 3 hours in the room with Donald.
And fucking Donald Trump was walking in the room.
I don't think I could handle Sylvester Stallone reading anything.
Well, one of our great writer performers.
Yeah.
You know he
Sylvester
wrote
Stallone.
Rocky.
I do. Yeah, I do know he wrote
What's
Rocky.
your favorite movie, Seth?
Of all time?
Yeah, do you have
Princess and the Bride.
The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
The
even
Princess
know that. You
of
don't even
the
know the
Bride.
fucking name.
The Princess Bride.
The-
That's my
This
favorite.
guy didn't even know the goddamn
Ah!
name of
I
his
messed it up. But yeah, The
movie.
Princess Bride is
That's
my
a
favorite
great
film.
choice. That's a great choice.
I think it's the greatest movie ever made.
Well, what's your second favorite then? What's another movie?
Probably,
what's another movie you're allowed to watch?
Saw? No, I don't know. Second favorite movie.
How often do you watch rated
Good Will
R
Hunting.
movies?
Good Will Hunting's
Are
a
you-
great movie.
Are you? What's
A
the?
Few Good Men is another great movie.
What you're a big Rob Reiner guy. A
I
Few
do
Good
like
Men
Rob
and Princess
Reiner.
Bride, both Rob Reiner. Films.
I know. Yeah.
What's the R rate? What's the rule with Mormons and R-rated?
There was a
movies?
time where I don't know if it was more cultural, but R-rated was sort of out. No
R-rated.
R-rated films.
No R-rated.
Yeah,
films.
yeah. But then things like Austin Powers came out that were just
But
so
Austin Powers is not R-rated.
No, it's PG-13, but it's so suggestive that it's like you may as well go watch an R-rated film. This is ridiculous. What are the rules? Also, the rating system is, I don't think, great. It's not about morality necessarily.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my personal opinion, like, who cares about you can have the most violence and like murdering,
Yes.
and like PG-13,
Right.
But you show one titty, and
Right.
we're like,
Suddenly it's
you
R.
know,
Unless it was in
some-
the 80s.
some natural flesh anyone has.
I know. But Kramer vs. Kramer, there's like a fully fronted naked woman in the movie, and that's PG.
Interesting.
And it's a great film, Kramer vs. Kramer.
We're so worried about people having sex, but we're just so much less worried about people murdering.
I know. It's our puritanical nature. Yeah.
I had this
How dare
thought-
you try to create life? You can end it whenever you want.
I was thinking about this with religious people.
Yeah. Tell me.
I was thinking about this. I don't trust them.
Fair enough.
And I'll tell you why I don't trust them. You
Okay.
actually have a bit that's sort of similar to my reason for not trusting them.
Yes.
Because, okay, so like, if you're born religious, I give you a bit more benefit of the doubt because, like, that's just been your whole life. And you have
Yes.
the whole thing about, like, what's preventing me from being the serial killer you clearly are.
Clearly.
Other than this
than
religion
God.
and the fear of hell.
Yeah, right.
But you said something. It was actually something you said in the last podcast that made me think this.
Yeah.
Because you were saying that, like,
You were listening.
almost, well, no, I listen when I'm listening back and noticing how little I'm listening. And I'm like, then I got to record a new episode to address all the things that I should have said
Gotta bring in
if
this
I
guy
had
again.
been paying attention.
Right.
Tomorrow I'll listen to this episode and be like, oh, Seth said that I was not paying attention. I was
Yeah.
just thinking about that thing I wanted to respond
That's
to
good.
from 3 podcasts ago.
Sure.
But, like, we were talking about Epstein files and pedophiles.
Yeah.
And you said something like almost irredeemable, or like that there's like redemption for anyone.
Yes.
And that's why I don't trust religious people. Because like if you see someone that's like all about God and shit, they did something fucking bad. They did something bad that no human would ever forgive. And like they're like, fuck,
but God will.
need to find something to make this
Yeah.
hole in my heart that's 100% my responsibility
Fill
go
it up.
away.
Yeah.
Why not God, the one thing that I can pretend will actually forgive, pretend
Who will
exists
actually,
Yeah,
as long as you do what you're supposed to do.
like, you will, from this point forward.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, any like all these. That's why these Republicans are so religious. They're a bunch of pedophiles.
Yeah.
that were like,
Closeted homosexuals and
God
pedophiles.
shall
that
forgive me. shall forgive.
As
The
long
Lord
as I don't do it
forgiveth.
again,
The Lord forgiveth.
the vilest of sinners can come back.
At least Jews have to like fast for a day. We have to
Yeah.
earn. We have
There's
to
some
earn.
penance.
We have to earn our forgiveness. to
Sure,
a degree.
sure. We also believe that there needs to be some penance made. You have to make right. Yeah. We have fasting in our culture as well.
I think you shouldn't be allowed to do Ozempic on Yom Kippur. I'm gonna
I
say
think that's
it.
a pretty hot take.
I think if you're
Watch out, Josh is dividing the Jewish community.
Whatever week is like your Yom Kippur week, you're not allowed to take your jab. Because it makes people like not want to eat to begin with, and then it's like, what's
now you're just
what's the
cheating.
difficulty in fasting on
Right.
Ozempic?
Also, it's your goal. It's like people who want to lose weight and they're not eating, and you're supposed to feel bad for them. That's what
And
they
there's all
want.
these intermittent fasters. I think people who
Right.
do like the intermittent fasting, Jews on Yom Kippur, you got to do intermittent eating.
Oh, there you
gotta
go.
Eat all day.
Yeah.
You got to glutton. You got to glutton your way through redemption.
Such a fascinating take you have on religious practices, Josh. I'm astounded. Oh boy. The last time so to answer your question, the most recent time that I was more like, "Oh, your soul could be saved," was actually a comedian friend who asked for a copy or was like, "Can you tell me more about this faith of yours?" And this was
interesting.
offline, off of a podcast, everything. So it was very sincere. And so I actually gave him a Book of Mormon. It was like, "Hey, I
Interesting.
hope you enjoy, you know."
Who's this fucking loser?
I'll tell you later.
Who is this no thinking for themselves
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Weak-minded, opiate needing.
I mean, I could think of one person you talk to that does need redemption. And
Oh, yeah, you? Just you?
No. If you see me suddenly religious, I did something bad.
Really bad.
Let's be clear. I did something unforgivable. That's the thing. It's the only, like, anyone who's out there, like, on the street yelling through a megaphone, they did something terrible.
Well, we believe that people will either be humbled or of their own volition or compelled to be humble. You have to kind of get down.
The power of Christ compels you.
Down in the
You
muck
wanna know
and
something
mire
crazy?
before you need different change.
Last night on Hot Dates, Reed was doing a bit about
Uh-huh.
how Hitler is a great last name.
Yeah.
Because like top one of the most
this is so
memorable,
fascinating.
one of the
Okay.
most memorable last names ever.
Yes.
Like top 5, and he was
Sure.
like even saying top 2. And then I was like, and then I couldn't think of Jesus's last name.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, wait. I went up. I was like, wait. What's even Jesus's last name of Nazareth? And then everyone was like Christ, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's
And I was
also
like,
not his
I
last
guess
name.
Hitler tops Christ.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hitler, I've never forgotten Hitler.
Yeah.
There's never in my entire life has been like, with Adolf what?
Yeah.
But I've had moments now. I've at the very least had one moment where it was like, Jesus. Jesus, what? It was a real
Oh my gosh.
interesting moment.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that is also his title. It's really Jesus the Christ. It's a title.
Oh, what's his actual last name?
And see, I don't know because we don't know Mary and Joseph's last name. At least I don't. They're just Joseph of Nazareth.
Yeah, that's what I said. Of Nazareth.
Yeah, right. But I don't know how, last names kind of work with like professions, right? There's the Wrights and the Tanners and,
Okay, here's the question.
So maybe it could be his last name.
Here's the question.
I'm going to look it up.
What are the most popular last names?
Where though?
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah, in
Trump,
okay.
Hitler.
Okay.
We're not comparing in any way other than last names and everything they do.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
But if you went up, like, you have to ask people on the street
yes.
if they've heard of this person before.
Yes.
Do you think you're gonna reach someone who hasn't heard of Hitler before, hasn't heard of Trump right now?
No. I don't think so.
You think you'll reach someone that hasn't heard of Trump before they haven't heard of Hitler?
Correct. Like they will have heard of Hitler first.
They will have. You think you'll get through more people until you reach someone that doesn't know who Trump is.
Correct.
Versus doesn't know who Hitler is.
Yes.
All right. What about Trump Lincoln?
No, it'd probably be Trump first. Like Lincoln, they wouldn't know.
They wouldn't know Lincoln first. All right. Hitler Christ.
I mean, it's sad, but probably
You'd get me. You'd reach
yeah,
me.
probably
and I'd be,
people who hadn't heard
I
of
don't know
Jesus
this
Christ.
fucking
Which
Christ
is
guy.
crazy.
The of Nazareth dude.
yeah, that's crazy.
Interesting. Most please
Yeah.
submit in the comments what you think is the most popular. Please, anything. Write something mean about us in the comments.
Gosh.
Write anything in the comments.
Yeah, so on just a quick Google search, Joseph and Mary, Christ's earthly parents, Jesus' earthly parents, there was just not really a last name tradition at that time. It was
Does
of
ChatGPT acknowledge?
of
Does
people,
ChatGPT acknowledge Jesus's birth father being God?
I don't know if they would.
His earthly parents.
Yeah, I don't know. You want me? I'll ask. Let me Google that. Hold on. Let's see.
Well, it depends. Are we asking Grok?
Grok? I would never. There you go. So AI overview. Jesus Christ's parents were Mary and Joseph, comma, who were the earthly parents of Jesus, period. According to Christian tradition, Mary was a virgin who conceived Jesus through the Holy Spirit.
Once you get into according to Christian tradition.
What do you mean? That is according to Christian tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. AI acknowledges Christian tradition.
The Don Band from Cheney funeral. You'd think these war criminals could
all
make
get
up
together.
with each other.
Yeah. Jeez.
Trump calls. I mean, I haven't read. I'm just looking at the headlines on Drudge Report. I haven't read into this at all, but the top headline is:
Yeah.
Trump calls for Dems to be executed, quote unquote, hang them.
Oh my gosh.
Is that reasonable?
Well, it depends on what they've done.
Would you be okay with seeing all the Dems hanged?
Yeah.
Or your taxes go up 5%.
Hang 'em. That is wild. Come on, Drudge Report. So much now is just clickbait. You're going to get into it, and it's going to be like, he didn't really say that. Although knowing Trump, he probably did. Probably.
President
But he
Trump,
was joking.
President Trump suggested that 6 Democratic lawmakers who put out a video urging military members to refuse illegal orders
Right, I heard about this.
were guilty of seditious behavior punishable by death.
Yeah,
In
treason.
stunning Thursday morning Truth Social post.
Yeah.
Now, let's break that down for a second.
Sure.
It's seditious behavior to refuse illegal orders?
No. You're assuming that the orders are illegal.
But
first.
I'm saying if the
Yeah.
order is illegal, if you're
Yeah.
telling
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you
Yeah,
if
go
I
murder
tell you if I
all these
tell
children.
you if I tell you don't do something illegal
Sure.
that the president told you to do,
Yes.
am I now being seditious?
No.
For telling you to
No, I don't think so. But that assumes that what the president has told you to do is illegal. But have you seen the video that those Democrats made?
No.
They're not saying just refuse the illegal orders. All they're saying is don't do anything illegal.
They're just saying don't do anything.
And the implication is everything Trump is telling you is illegal. So they are urging military personnel not to do things that are illegal.
I'll point to the Nuremberg trials. Right. I'll point to the Nuremberg trials. We were just following orders. Did not get you off the hook.
No. I think we should know there are certain things that are just against, and in our country's case, against the Constitution.
So
That's
listen,
the big deal, right?
If you're just some poor person in America whose parents didn't believe in abortion when you were born,
okay,
and you were raised in poverty,
yep,
and you had no other option for your future but to join the military,
yeah,
and now you're in the military where you've given your life to this thing, and the president's now telling you to do fucked up shit that your moral perception doesn't even register, you're a fucking piece of shit. Welcome to America, baby.
So should those people be hanged?
I'm just saying. It's also twisted.
It's
also twisted. These poor,
absolutely.
like Jewy McJewfart's not going into the military right
no.
here.
Yeah. Well, raised
in Boca Raton,
the video.
Florida.
The video.
You have these people who are just like they wanted to get into college. So they
There are those.
They joined the U.S. military. Which
right.
is their only option for health care and money and
right.
college admission and things.
Yes.
And now the fucking president's sending them into Chicago.
Sure. Yeah. You get this city in order.
To wrangle up Mexican-looking people.
Right. Just storm this apartment building and find people of a different color. And put them in this side.
I mean, I know that I'm blending a lot of different things. But it's just it's a predicament.
It really is.
This president is a predicament.
Well, and thinking about how the military is trained also, where it's you're not an individual. Don't think for yourself. You do what your commander tells you. That is the culture.
And you follow the Constitution.
And you follow the orders. And then the Constitution is down there.
It's
I don't know how much constitutional law they're really being trained on.
Exactly.
Here are the rights of citizens and non-citizens. Tough stuff. Yeah. The video itself is a vignette of a bunch of different senators who used to be in the military, and they all say, I was a naval commander or whatever, right? And you can refuse illegal orders. That's the way it's phrased.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can refuse illegal orders. I actually think you who I expected to be like these seditious Democrats.
No, I don't think
you're actually saying that like what the video is actually reasonable.
Facially, it's great, but it does remind me of the wink, wink, nudge, nudge sketch of Monty Python, where it's like you can refuse illegal orders, and you should be because these are illegal. That's like the subtext.
Sure.
I don't think it's seditious,
the orders
though.
illegal?
I mean, I don't know what orders they're talking about, but certainly what has been going on. I mean, the non-identified law enforcement ICE agents who are not
insane.
Like that's crazy.
And this is crazy. This is what I've often said is the scariest thing about Trump to me. The scariest of all things is the pardon power.
Sure.
It's the pardon power. It's like, hey, what you're doing is illegal. You can't be just masked and like not showing who you are and like physically assaulting
claiming
people
authority
who have citizenship.
Right.
Like you can't be doing this, and then you do it, and then like the cops arrest you. Trump goes, "All right, you're pardoned."
Yeah.
So you could do anything. If you're on Team Trump, you'll do whatever you want.
As long as he knows who you
are. He'll just let you out. He'll just let you out of prison.
He'll do his best.
As long as you're doing the bad things in his favor.
And in the federal jurisdiction.
And in the federal. I will tell you that yesterday, I did my yearly checking my mail.
Oh, good for you.
Once a year we go through and we check our mail.
Your postal mail or
yeah. I just let it stack up. You ever see that movie House of Sand and Fog?
No.
Terrified me because the movie's about how Jennifer Connelly has this like beautiful house that like her like family built.
Sure.
But she didn't check her mail for a while, and then like
property
she missed
taxes
some
or
bills
something.
or something. And now they're selling her house to Ben Kingsley and like it becomes this like war that like ruins everyone's life. And I go, wait, you have to check your mail?
Hold on, back up. What?
So I saw I had the most terrifying of all. Before you even see what's inside the letter, it's the most terrifying people to receive a letter from. I just had a letter from the IRS.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought Trump got rid of them. What do you mean I got a letter? I have so many friends that aren't even paying their tax. It's been years since they even paid their taxes. And I'm the one getting letters from the IRS.
Jeez.
What is going on here?
Well, if you don't send them anything, they don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm just like, I see the letter from the IRS. I'm like, well, I'm going to jail.
Yeah, that's it.
I started like taking down anti-Trump tweets online. I'm like, I better get rid of these nice and quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? There's like one person's like, go after Josh.
That's the one. Edelman.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
No, you'd think that I was doing my tax as well.
Yeah.
You'd think.
And you should be.
I've often said that's the problem with me going to jail is that I'm not good at accounting. So like, I'm not going to be the warden's special accountant.
Oh yeah, you'll just be out in the yard on your own.
Out in the yard.
Yeah.
But no, it was nothing bad, but it's
Good.
terrifying. It's so scary, especially when you thought the IRS didn't exist anymore.
Yeah, well, that would be frustrating. Yeah. I thought the one good thing he could have done.
Every time I pay taxes during the Trump administration, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I'm probably paying more in taxes than that motherfucker. What am I fucking doing? Why am I doing this?
Maybe in percentage, but probably not overall.
Whatever.
Well, did you see the recent report? I think it was a report. Maybe it was just reporting some article, but it was about looking at trading within Congress on the stock market and how everybody is making out like bandits in Congress.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I need to see a report on that. Sometimes
I know, but the numbers were like, I think around 400% rate of return. Like these people are making hand over fist.
What are you supposed to do? Not make
good
that
trades.
Money?
Yeah. Yes, they should be banned from trading.
100%. And it's interesting. Like you report on something like that report, which shocks me zero, and it always sends me back to Snowden.
Yeah.
Because like for me,
Yeah.
when Snowden like did the drop about this bomb, I was like, it's called the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
I'm not pro the
super
thing Snowden
surveillance or
revealed,
whatever.
But people are like, oh my God.
They were.
Can you believe it?
Yes.
Can you believe they were and Snowden's like in a secret hotel room
Right.
meeting with
In
reporters,
Russia.
like
Yeah.
fleeing to Russia because he told us that the government's spying on us.
Also,
I'm like, tell me something I knew yesterday.
but of all the things for him to be like,
I'm here to report that the sky is blue. The grass is green.
and I am fleeing to Norway.
Where neither of those things are true. The only place to escape the green grass and the blue sky is in Norway. Where the grass is white and the sky
that
is
he
green.
was like, we are in a surveillance state.
I'm like, yeah.
And then he goes to Russia. Like, dude, out of the frying pan into the
So,
fire.
like, you know, I don't even quite. I kind of do believe a little bit like I think the world is cruel. I think the world is unfair.
Sure.
I think that it's not right, but I do think that your martyrdom is more effective when you stand up to the consequences of your martyrdom
Yes.
and accept that you're doing the right thing
Yes.
and fight for it to be the right thing
Right.
in the public forum
Right.
where, like, if the wrong thing is done to you, it's shown to the world
Yeah.
that the wrong thing is. I
Yeah.
think that makes the martyrdom more effective. I would feel intense pressure to do the right thing and also not want to face the consequence. So
Of course.
I understand it. I'm just saying that the effective
Yes.
thing, like, you know,
I agree. I mean,
Jesus wasn't like, you know,
Yeah.
all you rich fucks stealing everyone's money's no good. All right, now I'm piecing out to Greece.
right. Right.
Sitting in Greece, like,
Can't
look at
touch
them,
me.
look at them Romans. What'd I say? What'd I say about the Roman excess?
Right. Well, I don't know if it was necessarily just the Roman excess.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was more attacking some of your people as well.
But it's good that, you know, Jesus' good name and teachings have not been abused by the wrong people
Absolutely.
for the wrong thing.
No, absolutely.
It's truly unbelievable. It's truly remarkable how this country has twisted, in my opinion, Jesus into meaning the exact opposite of everything he stood
I mean,
for.
almost.
It's just like
Yeah.
exact
We
like
preach
masked
love.
ICE agents are kidnapping people off the street
I know.
and throwing them out of the country or into prisons in the name of Jesus.
Well, I
Yes.
don't know if necessarily in the name of Jesus.
We are in a crypto fascist.
Okay.
We are in an increasingly Christo fascist.
The thing that scares
nation.
me most about Trump supporters is their equivocation with Trump and God.
when
They're like, he's his mouthpiece.
When
He
the
has
guy-
been brought here by God to
I mean,
save
you
us.
couldn't-
That's crazy to me.
you couldn't pick a person who looked more like a golden calf. You couldn't pick a person who aesthetically looked more
Yeah.
like the biblical symbol
An idol.
of false
Yeah,
prophecy.
That is so funny. That is
The
so
guy
funny.
is in a false prophet costume.
I'm God. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's such a great point. That's wild. That is, I've never thought about him like that, but that is hilarious to me. Hilarious. to me.
And how about Quiet Piggy? Remember, did you see Quiet Piggy from this week?
No.
Trump was in. I think he was on Air Force One.
Yeah.
I think it looked. The aesthetic was Air Force One.
Sure.
And a reporter asked him an Epstein question, and he leaned into them like this one. Quiet Piggy.
That's insane.
Insane.
No, I heard a clip of him responding to, I guess, a different reporter who asked him about Epstein. He was like, "What a mean-spirited question. I think you're a terrible reporter. I'm not going to answer it. You're a bad
I don't mind
reporter."
the question about whether or not I'm a pedophile.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered by the question about whether I'm a pedophile sitting across from a 9/11 terrorist that chopped up a reporter like you into pieces and that I just completely let get away with it with no consequence. I don't mind the question. I'm
think you're
not bothered by you asking me, am I on a list pedophiles that orchestrated a cabal of selling children into sex slavery, sitting across from somebody who probably also visited that sex slave island and has sold many women into sex slavery, while also committing one of the most atrocious terrorist attacks in the history of the world on our great nation, and is buying more planes from us to do God knows what. I don't mind the question.
You're a bad reporter.
You're a terrible person.
It's amazing.
You're a piece of shit. She's a hero.
She's
gosh.
wonderful. I do agree with you though. Christ's teachings have been twisted, and I love that there are so many Christians who are like, we teach love and acceptance unless you're gay or
an immigrant,
an immigrant, and the list goes on.
When did you become okay with gay?
When did I become okay with being gay? Is that what you said?
No. We know you'll remain deeply closeted.
Absolutely.
Have
you seen that Norm Macdonald bit? I'm a
deeply closeted
individual.
Yeah. What? You're gay? No.
No. I'm deeply closeted.
I love that he did it to Larry King, too,
so
who
funny.
couldn't grasp
Could
it.
not comprehend.
It's like if you did it to Conan would laugh and play along, but Larry King's like, what? What are you telling me, Norm? What are you telling me, Norm? What are you telling me, Norm?
Just out with it.
But
all right, when did I become okay?
When did you? Obviously you were raised to hate gay people.
Okay.
Were you?
No.
I was. What kind of camp would you have been sent to, though? I'm saying, would you feel?
If I came out as homosexual?
If you were like 14.
Yeah.
And you're like, Mom and Dad, guess
have
you
an
got
announcement.
the lead role in
Right.
Bye Bye Birdie.
Right. Yeah. But I have to kiss a girl. Yeah. I don't know if they would have sent me to a camp. I don't know. Camps were not very popular as far as the conversion therapy camps where I was growing up in Utah.
You didn't know.
But there certainly would have been interviews. I would have met with my bishop, who's the congregational leader. I probably would have met with the stake president. They would have been like, "This is something you can change about yourself." That was the mentality. That it was largely a choice.
Correct. And if you couldn't change it about yourself, did you have gay friends growing up?
I wasn't friends with them, but I knew gay people.
Yeah. You were like, oh, this poor fuck's going to hell?
No, not at all. It seemed like a very tough existence where I was growing up.
You're like, so I was glad I chose to like women.
Yeah. I mean, I tried doing a joke for a long time where I was like, I know being gay is a choice because I choose every day to like vagina, and just never really went over very well.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, because it's like I'm choosing. I'm not. No one really chooses what they're attracted to. Mm-hmm. It just it seems very difficult. The thing that I am currently struggling with is my homosexual tendencies.
Well, here's a question.
Well, the correlation I see just anecdotally with sexual abuse and homosexuality. And I'm not saying that people who are abused become homosexual, but there are a lot of people that I've talked to.
I would argue that repressed homosexuality is probably what leads to more abuse than out and open homosexuality.
Yeah, and that's an interesting point,
what
right?
you find is a lot of these Republican senators are
Sure.
gay child molesters.
Yeah.
Because their outward world and their inner world are at such conflict that they're doing the most horrendous things. Whereas the truth is, if they were just able to love themselves for who they are, then they wouldn't be less likely to do something terrible. Interesting question. What do you think Trump would have a harder time surviving?
Okay.
Now, we've all at this point heard about the quote-unquote Trump Bubba blowjob.
No.
You don't know about this?
I have not heard about this.
Mark Epstein sent an email to someone saying, does Putin have the photo of Trump blowing Bubba?
No.
Bubba, from internet research, can mean two things.
Yeah.
It's either the nickname for Bill Clinton.
Wow.
So there's either a
that
photo.
Would be wild.
There's either a photo of Trump blowing Bill Clinton.
Oh my gosh. Monica, I've got some pointers.
The other possibility
Yes.
is that Ghislaine
Yeah.
had a horse named Bubba.
Oh my gosh.
Now, do you think Trump would have a more difficult time surviving
Clinton.
blowing Clinton
Yes.
or blowing a horse?
Clinton for sure?
Do you think if he blew a horse, the Republicans would be like, who hasn't blown a horse? Look, he's a different guy.
Well, then it'd come
we
out.
don't love him because he's perfect.
Right.
We don't love him but we love him because he gets the job done, whether it be the blowjob
Oh my
or
gosh! Just the
or-
crossing
or-
of the aisles, it would be a
any,
problem for
or
him.
the job of
Yeah.
president.
I thought we didn't support Democrats at all. That would be the problem for him. That's insane. I think either way, he's just going to be like, "That's AI."
Yeah,
That's all made up. That's
the
AI.
problem with AI. Is, I used to say like,
In fact, he orchestrated AI in case those pictures came out, so that he could claim they were AI.
it is an interesting thing. I'd say another interesting thing that we're contending with right now is I used to say, I would say that a lot of people's biggest fear about Trump was that he's going to be president until the day he dies.
Sure.
Which very well could happen. I mean, his hands aren't looking great.
Yeah. Those tiny.
But
tiny
my
hands.
biggest fear
Yeah.
is that we will reach the point at which you can upload your consciousness into like a robot or something.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Trump will be president
Forever. Oh boy, that'd be amazing. That would be really something.
I'd be like delete on,
Yeah.
on my tweets.
But can you
delete.
imagine? I mean, we're already threatened by hackers and everything else. Having your consciousness hackable like that. Isn't that terrifying to you? That's terrifying to me.
Oh yeah. I think I'll just take the natural death. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Trump meeting with MBS. Here's something I find so amazing.
Okay.
We watched the New York City mayoral elections
Yeah.
where left and right Republicans are like, people are voting for Zoran. People are like, oh, we forgot 9/11 because we're electing Zoran, an Indian Ugandan who
Right.
was 10 years old when 9/11 happened. But apparently Zoran did 9/11. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Trump's met with one of the terrorists that we had imprisoned in Guantanamo
Sure.
during post 9/11 during all of our wars,
Yeah.
and the Saudi prince who a lot of
Arguably
people say
orchestrated the whole thing?
orchestrated finance.
He and George W. Bush.
He's literally meeting with
Yeah.
people that did 9/11,
Yeah.
and yet Republicans say nothing.
I mean, I think there are some people who don't like that fact, but also that guy's a world leader. I mean, what are you going to do? In charge of a lot of oil, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Not
Sometimes-
not have more of the this guy right here, like
Sometimes-
grabbing the hand. Have you seen the videos of him like?
He is very handsy with
He's
people.
very handsy.
Dictators in particular. Just-
He loves it because that's who he identifies with, and that's the point. That's what he wants. He's jealous of North Korea.
Yeah.
He would love to make America North Korea.
You think that's what it is? Maybe.
Yes. He
Maybe.
wants that kind of
I don't know
control.
if it's jealousy or if it's admiration. I don't know. Do you see what I mean?
The way he's gotten them all in line. Nobody makes fun of him. You're a terrible person. You're a mean. He's like, I like the part where the reporter asks him, goes, where are you from? Where are you from?
Yeah.
It's like ABC goes, fake news. Fake news ABC. That's fake news.
So much of
And
Trump.
it didn't matter what the person said. They could have been.
That's what I
They
was
could have
just
been like
gonna say.
Newsmax, and he would have been like fake news.
Yeah. Or like
He
Fox
just-
News.
He just,
Fake
it's
news.
it's like crowd work comics who do like
Exactly.
who do the same patter.
That's just what I was gonna say.
It's like
Comics who ask
what's it called?
questions
What's
and they
the
don't care.
World Series of Comedy people
Oh.
guy?
Joe?
Joe.
Yeah.
It's like a Joe move. Oh, these guys showed up late.
Well, we all, yeah. I mean, we all do it. We all do it to an extent.
We have our.
But so much of Trump reminds me of a stand-up comedian. Just his
He
cadence,
is, he
his
is.
like.
He's just the worst kind. It's just like he's like we
Absolutely.
made an Austin comic president.
just the
not Jon
hackiest-
Stewart.
the hackiest
Would be great
stuff.
if we had Jon Stewart, who
That would be
clearly cares
interesting.
about fucking people.
That would be.
But
that would be
here's the
interesting.
problem: people like Jon Stewart don't run for president.
The wrong
They
people
don't
run.
want to be.
I know.
I
Yes.
don't want to be president.
I do.
Yeah, and that is the problem right there. I would fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I would fucking hate it.
There's absolutely
And
a
that
huge
is
part
why
of it
you
that
should
would be a
vote for
nightmare.
me.
There you go. Yeah.
Um,
Do not elect Josh Edelman
I'll
fund.
wrap up
Okay.
with this thought.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I've been thinking about this a bunch, regardless of how Obama did as president. I think, all things considered, he did a pretty decent job.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard job. I've listened to his memoir. I think he makes a lot of interesting points about a lot of the controversial things about his presidency. One of I think the smartest things he said that you never really that people don't consider is sometimes you're in a situation where there's no good option and you're just trying to pick the least bad option.
Yeah.
You look at a situation and maybe many people feel like you make the wrong choice, but you're in a situation where like someone in some country is committing a horrible genocide on their people and you're faced with intervening or not intervene. It's like, do we enter into another war here or do we let things be as they may?
And do we
What's your
finance it or do we actually send personnel or what do we do?
Not necessarily talking about that specific thing, but but there's complicated choices, there's complicated morality. Regardless, what I've always said, and I think that at the core, this is what the presidency has always been for me, and it bothers me when people say things like, Trump is not the problem, he's a symptom. Because what I say, what I really feel at the end of the day is, regardless of anything, when Obama became president, voting for Obama and like that moment in time was a moment in time where he said to the country, you can be you can strive to be the best version of yourself.
Sure.
You can work hard, come from nothing, have all the odds against you and rise up to being the most powerful person in the world and strive to be the best version of yourself. Trump, on the other hand, what his symbolic message, because I think before Trump became president in 2016, there were a lot of people kind of confused about which direction they wanted to go as a person.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressures to be, maybe there's overly woke pressure on people who were rough but getting better and still feeling like they're not good enough. But Trump said, Trump's presidency was like, I give you permission to be the worst version of yourself. And I think the biggest problem is he gave too much of this country, too much permission to just be the worst version of himself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're really struggling with right here, right now, is it's not that like this is who we are. I think this is Trump presented us with the moment to choose to be that.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is, the bigger.
That's the biggest
problem with him.
Yeah. Well, I think we do need better people running for public office.
It's tough. Hillary and Kamala were not exactly inspiring. I mean, I think Kamala's kind of inspiring, but
I don't.
I think there's a lot to be inspired by, but nonetheless, not there was a sincerity she lacked that Barrio
for sure.
had. I mean, Bernie was inspiring.
Bernie would have been great in 2016.
That was a soul of the nation situation. Right
that was
there.
the Democrats truly messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I'm still baffled that in the moment of Me Too, Hillary became the candidate for the Democrat Party. That's crazy to me.
Why? Because of her husband?
Because of how involved, not just because of her husband, but because of how involved she was in making women who accused her husband so bad. Like, she made their lives terrible.
Not the greatest, not who I would have chosen. I think we'd be in a much better place today had that gone the other way.
If she had been president in 2016?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
We'd be in a better
We would just be in a different place. I don't know that it would necessarily be better.
I think, I mean, there are some things we disagree about with the Supreme
Absolutely.
Court that,
That
would be different.
That's true.
But I think the most important thing at that moment, we wouldn't have masked amassed army with billions of dollars going and collecting up people
Immigrants.
off the streets.
They wouldn't be getting immigrants, quote unquote.
Fucking
Yeah.
the guy selling.
They'd just be getting the Christian nationals.
The guy
you know?
selling tamales on the side.
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
road.
yeah, yeah.
Oh God, we're glad he's gone.
I mean, he was a spy.
All right, guys. Until next week, I've been the Jew.
I've been the Mormon.
Peace.